Anyways, hi, it's Rio part 2. This apparently is going to be an even shorter video. Let's just say. So, I left it on red, right? This man takes the group chat and is pissed off the fuck that I left him on red and I haven't responded all day. You cannot be mad at me for not wanting to talk to you. Not only that, Franny went after us. Pause. So I was texting Franny on Shay's phone, which, because I was on call with Liam at the time. And so Franny texted Shay something, follow through with this. Did you make a group chat where you're threatening him? Pause. No, that group chat was not threatened. I thought you of all people would understand that is a terrible thing to tell anyone. And I was like, there's no threats made in that group chat, Rio. That wasn't the point of that group chat either, Rio. And she said, but you're repeatedly telling him to. Yeah, he did say that he wanted to, but to encourage that, ? He never told anyone to kill themselves. He said he didn't mean threats. And I was like, the first time Shay said it, I told her no. It's no different than Noah threatening me and it's my fault in the first place, though, ... To encourage that, ? Yes, that's wrong, but to constantly encourage talking about shit with you and encourage that because you've heard worse, you didn't have anything to say about that in call or in the group chat when all you wanted to do was speak with me in the group chat call, or just the group chat. Short. Jules told me to call her individually and tell her what the fuck is happening. And she was like, can that be in the group chat, please? I don't want to speak to that man. Sure, it can be in the group chat. Guess what? I never said shit in the group chat. I just ignored it at that point because I'm not going to force you to talk to me. Oh, and then Noah screamed at me. Oh, yeah, that's his name. To scream at me that we're pushing her away. We don't want to talk to her. And I was like, to the constant times that I told you that I was not going to force her to talk to me. I'm going to let her come to me. And also, pause right there. She texted me individually once he said that. Not in call. She didn't unmute or nothing in call. She's like, I'd like to make the point that I never said that you guys never wanted to talk to me. And I was like, thank you. And then I tried calling her. She declined. She's like, can you call the group chat? And I was like, are you okay? And she's like, not really. I was like, I'm up to talking about what just happened, not in a group chat call, though. And she's like, okay. And I said, on Saturday, I was like, by the way, by the time you replied to Shay's phone, me at the time, I had already given the phone back. I tried to explain what was happening because last night was indeed not the first, and you wanted it to be in the group chat. I already knew where that was going to go, so I just gave up. I shouldn't be the one saying sorry when I'm not the one involving the group, though. She left me on red. I have not talked to this girl since. I want her blocked from all parties. She doesn't respect Shay. She's connected with a 20-year-old. They sleep on call 24/7. As far as I know. Also, there's evidence of that. I'm not gonna appear that. Pause. I do like to add that when Jules, he was spam calling me, Jules was like, okay, just join. I joined without them knowing I was there. Shay has a whole entire hour of threats that he made and the whole screaming fit, and all you can hear is him talking over everyone screaming, blah, blah, blah. Jules, literally 2 minutes just by hearing him, she was like, he's a manipulator, he's toxic as fuck. And then this whole entire thing. I love her so much. Oh, and then he shit-talked her in front of my face. And I was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. And then he was like, Rio, is this true? Am I a narcissist? And I'm like, I'm not talking. And Joe was like, no, you're not talking to her. You're talking to me. And he's like, I'm not talking to you, bitch. He also called both Shay and I a bitch and a whore. Shay then made a joke. It's quite funny to be a whore when I'm a virgin. And I was like, oh my god, same! You literally cannot use the word hoe or whore against us, bro. Specifically when I've never kissed anyone, too. And also, you know my fucking trauma, bro. You know what happened when I was 14. Are you okay? So, short story short, I like someone new and he doesn't know shit about me. Except my name and the fact that we have the same class together. Aside from the fact he has the same exact morals as me, as I want to be friends before anything and all of that. Apparently, Noah had the same. No, he was also apparently a Christian. Yeah, I would never wish death upon someone. I would never wish harm upon someone. Doesn't fucking matter if I unfriended them. I'm still going to make up with them. Doesn't mean I want to be friends with them. A lot of shit happened in that friendship, and I'm not willing to go back. Also, I made up with this girl, right? And I was like, hey, part of me wants to make peace with Noah. I don't want to talk to him right now. So I'm not going to make peace with him right now. But I will at one point. And this girl was like, he's going to get mad that you're talking to me. He doesn't control me. How many times do I have to say that to get it through people's brains? Everyone is like, oh my god, he's gonna get upset and get mad and scream at you for talking to me on this. You're gonna lose me again, blah, 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 blah. I was like, dude, he doesn't control me. I'm my own person. He has no right over me. And you question why I don't want to marry him, date him, or even have kids with him? Mm-hmm. I want to have kids, but not with him. Do I trust him to be a good dad? No. If this is how he treats me while we're just talking, how the fuck are you going to get in a relationship? That's what I'd like to ask the last person that I was talking to. How the fuck are you going to get in a relationship if you can't take over the topic of periods and all of that shit? Also, life update. I used this time. What the fuck? I went swimming today and my bikini is white. I was not taking the chances of leaking, but hey, I didn't leak. Surprise. It was strange. And it was moving on. I don't know. But trust the process, I guess. This is also not the first, I didn't sit here crying or whatever over this man. That is not the first time someone has, quote unquote, blamed their death on me or, whatnot in the past 2 years. He's the third person. First person lied to me about going to the mental hospital and then turned around and blamed me for him almost himself. And I was like, how the fuck is it my fault? Dude, how? There's so many things I can go on about him, but that's past drama. I'll explain that story a whole different time. I was gonna say a nickname to help me remind him in the future, and I'm like, no, I just have to say that, and I already know